It's hard sometimes to explain to people the notion of what depravity is. Depraved behavior, debauchery, depravity. What does that mean? Depravity, depraved sickness, treachery, focus, targeting, victimization. There is something here that I want to tell you, that I beg you, I beg whoever is watching this, we have something here that America would love to expose. There is a moral sickness here. There was a time when we grew up where people enjoyed a wide swath, a swath of behaviors, of idiosyncrasies, of what have you. There's something in our entertainment which kids are seeing and people are seeing. And the other day, and by the way, when I was talking to a friend of mine, I said, do you know what's going on with this? Or are you following this? And he looked at me and he said, I don't know who this Katt Williams is. I said, okay, let me ask you something. I said, do me a favor. I said, I found out in a minute. Show me how you figure this out. Show me right now. I want you to look at this. What do you mean? Show me how you're going to research this. If assuming you want to know what's going on, rather than ask me, rather than say I don't know who this guy is. Show me how you research this. Just show me. I swear to God, you're going to think I'm kidding. He didn't know what to do. There was no. I said, look it up. Go to Google. Put the name in. You'll see about 6, 7 stories. Maybe go to YouTube, whatever it is. Spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes. There it is. Jesus, we have people who don't know how to research anything. I mean, they just don't know. I don't think they've studied. I don't think they're autodidacts. This is something that's happening right now. And they look at you and they say, but I don't know who he is. God damn it, look it up. Look it up. Figure this thing out. What's the matter with us? Which is a separate problem. We are so goddamn stupid in this country. We don't know how to learn. We don't know anything. I don't understand. Right now we have 300 days to go until the election. What is going to be the issue that is going to completely wake people up, where you could say, wow, there is something right now. We have our Latino groups, African Americans, gays, and they are just forgotten. Whenever somebody thinks, you look at the black community, what do? You say, oh, well, they're going to be that's that. I don't know. Al Sharpe and stuff. No. What do they want? The same thing you want. They're very conservative. It's the most, let me give you an idea of something. Now think about this. Dave Chappelle went out and just was blasting the trans community, blasting it. He gets away with it. If Bill Burr did it, he'd be killed. They'd Roseanne him. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Why is there a double standard for what is and isn't accepted? Because there is a hardcore, very, I mean, this will shock people. With sometimes you look at, rap or whatever it is, and you think, oh my God, these people are great. No. Something happened today, which I thought was so incredible, so fascinating. Believe me, this thing is, when something is, When I hear that there's somebody named Mr. Beast or whatever it is, I want to find out what it is. I'm dying. I don't sit around and say, I don't know who this guy is. God damn it, look it up. Immediately, I figured it out. It's simple. Why is this? What is this about? I want to know. I'm insatiable when it comes to my curiosity. Why is Taylor Swift? Explain this. Explain don't dismiss it. Don't say, shit. I want to know. So I want to know, why is it that in the black specifically and in the comedy community, their comedy is like what used to be, I don't know. It's the political / cultural / whatever it is. It's incredible. Remember these movies that came out years ago where they would say the barbershop in the black community, the barbershop. How many times they got to tell you about the barbershop? They told you a million times about the barbershop. That it was the center of the community, whatever it is. They're not asking you whether you go to a barbershop. It's interesting. So here's what's happening. I'm listening to this right now, and I know he goes, Katt Williams, who is that? God damn it, look it up. Why is this Medea? Why is Tyler Perry? Why are so many? Listen to this. Answer the question. Why are so many? And I never really thought about it. Why are there so many shows or comedy or whatever it is, black men in dresses? Why? We don't have that. When I say we, because I'm not in the black community. So whatever community I'm in, I say we. The Golden Globes last night. Why did Robert Downey Jr. get away with blackface? By the way, he was brilliant in Tropic Thunder. Brilliant. One of the most important. I'm dead serious. Because he is one of the chosen. He got a pass. If I did it, you did it, or somebody less, whatever. Because there is a culture, and not just in entertainment and music, but there are the chosen ones. Why did he get a pass? Not so they didn't blink. They're going crazy over Trudeau, over some stupid party he went to. I don't know how many years ago. It wasn't in the official capacity. Wearing blackface, big deal. Come on, stop pretending it's such a big deal. Why doesn't he? Why? Tell me how this thing works. And I'm telling you right now, President Trump, you're not paying attention. You've got 301 days, whatever, until the election. What are you doing? You've got 14. Let me check right now. I'm talking about demographic. Right now, black population, 13.6%. 40 in 2021, 40 million people identified as non-Hispanic black. 40 million people, which is 12.1% of the total population in 2021, somewhere over 30%. So aside from there being this perfect cluster of poachable votes, what is it that they're saying? What are they saying? They have this thing about they do not countenance LGBTQ. They may not be intolerant. The black community, the black comics can get away with it. It's so brutal. You can't cancel them. They never canceled Dave Chappelle. Why? White folks get canceled. Roseanne gets canceled. Nobody canceled Dave Chappelle. Nobody. No, and he went out and doubled down on it. And if you think Dave Chappelle was rough on LGBT, this Katt Williams, oh my, and he's going to be the biggest thing anybody's ever seen. And he's talking about the Illuminati. Oh my God. 13% of the population. We're talking about a 20 million. This is huge. I mean, who is he? What is he? And they represent what a lot of people feel like. Deep down inside, people have this disgust over the fact of men competing against women and being naked in locker rooms. I don't care who you are, that never went away. Watch. If somebody said, if you think I'm kidding, 30 million people watched this one show. 30 million. That's what? That's almost, well, half of all the votes Joe Biden supposedly got. 30 million. If all of a sudden, you're going to think I'm crazy. You're going to think I'm out of my mind. If somebody said, Katt, come here. You want to get Trump elected? Good. Go out and endorse him. But do it your way. Do it your way. Do it in a way that makes sense. Do it, work it in a joke, and make him to be however, I don't care who it is, how you say it. 30 million views, 13% of the population. And guess what? It would be everything you would, I think, inherently believe in, but you can't say this because in America, you will be skewered. Now, not everybody has certain things. What do you think matters to African Americans? What issues? Israel? No. To you, that's another one. Oh my God. I was, like many of you, kind of living in a fog, just doing our thing and saying, we kind of repeat the same stuff, don't we? We repeat the same stuff. You want to see what the stuff is? Watch anybody on Fox News. They're the only democracy in the Middle East. They're our biggest ally. It's all about Hamas. What would you do? The right to it. And they say things. And a lot of times we said, okay, seems rational. What would you do if somebody attacks you? Well, you got a hell of a point. We'd clobber them. Okay. And then somebody says, yeah, but here's what really happened. What? What do you mean what really happened? And then you are overwhelmed by the reality of this. So let me just change subject right now. This is not going to be a subject that every voter swath is involved in. But I'm listening to this. And I've been doing nothing but I've been thinking about stuff. The way they write jokes, let me tell you what I do. You know what my jokes are? First of all, they're not jokes. I could not put into words what I'm seeing. But on February 3rd at the cutting room, that's right, you heard me. February the 3rd, I'm going to be there. And half, if not all of it, will be written either that day or the day before. Because this changes drastically. It changes at levels you cannot believe, you cannot see. Let me go here. There you go. There we go. There. And we put this here. All right. So this is where to go. I'm going to put the tickets on. This is the link. Cutting room, February the 3rd. This is not Katt Williams. There's no the cursing, the level, the MF and the N. I can't believe for something that is so dread by various communities. It's the most popular word. It's like bruh or bro or dude but you know what? It's not my thing. I don't do that. If you did do that, you'd be killed. You would be indicted. Either way. Let me explain to you something. me see if I can explain this to you. Let me see if you can kind of get what I'm saying. All right. We've got 300 days till the election. What is it that people care about? What is it that people care about? What is it that people care about? I'm asking you. What is it? Tell me. What's the thing they care about? What? I don't know how to tell. Where is this vote? What's going to draw somebody to say, damn it, I gotta vote. And I gotta vote for that Trump guy. What's the issue? What is it? Nobody's talking about it. We talk about these things that are just, I don't even know what we're talking. Lindsey Graham and that. What? The stuff that you like, you know it. You love to talk. You love to talk about the devil and evil and conspiracy and Weishaupt and Illuminati. This Illuminati stuff. I'm doing my research today. I dove into this. It's like when there are comedians, there are people who are just obsessed with it. And it's not so much the idea of the Illuminati, but the idea that there is a separate and distinct, different power structure that controls the reality of our world that involve people who are not elected. Okay? You dig? They're not elected. There are people who put out these weird kind of, what am I saying? These for lack of a better word, who put out these very strange ideas. Dresses. I never thought about what is with this type. There was a whole nother word about Tyler Perry. There's a whole nother world. There's a whole nother level in the blinds in another world about who this guy and what's going on. He and Oprah and this mega. Well, he actually can produce films and that sort of thing. Why is there a proliferation of men in dresses? I'm asking you a simple question in the black community. And they're saying, what is this? What is this, Milton Berle? Is this something like it hot? At every level. Last night we had an absolute paean to this rancid world of entertainment. These people who are the most vile and disgusting, drug addicts, sexual deviants, liars, hypocrites, how they sold their soul to Harvey Weinstein and then turned their back on him. They did whatever he wanted so long as they were. Since the days of Mary Pickford, I could tell you, again, I wasn't there, but in this world that I am privy to, kind of like the dark web of Hollywood, I could tell you stories about everybody from Jean Harlow to Mary Pickford to Charlie Chaplin. Fatty Arbuckle was nothing. You cannot believe. And the people who brought children to say, here's my child. It's yours. Give me the part. Because depravity grows. Depravity keeps going. Depravity. You have no idea. You have no idea. Depravity absolutely just increases its momentum. Flowing Brook 1 says, freedom through our Constitution. In part, thank you, Flo. In part, there's nothing in the Constitution that guarantees us against depravity. I'm finding myself, I don't know about you, but I'm using words. I'm saying things right now I've never said in my life. Why do you think that is? Anybody know this? Anybody know this? Are you finding yourself saying things where you think, I can't believe I sound like somebody else? I sound like, what the? I can't believe what I'm saying. I can't believe what I'm saying. I sound like sometimes I talk about things about law and order, and I swear to God, I sound like a fascist. And then I think to myself, well, wait a minute. Have I changed? Or have the times changed? Listen to what I'm saying. Have I changed or have the times changed? 1 year ago, I was a different person. You know why? Because 1 year ago, the world was a different place. The level of Look, I don't care what people do. I keep saying depravity. I don't care what people do in their own privacy. I really don't. We're talking about something that says we want debauchery, we want sexual deviancy to be commonplace, where it's everywhere. It's like almost like Caligula, it's Rome, it's everything. Do you find yourself thinking, oh my God, look at what I'm saying? John Maynard Keynes said, when the facts change, it changed my opinion. And this is the thing which is most important. We can talk about Israel all you want. You can talk about the debt. You can talk about what? Some of the Russia. You can talk about Newland. You could talk about all this stuff. That's it. There is something that's even worse. Our core, this thing that we do, is demented. And then people come along, like one of your favorites, like Steve Bannon, talks about the culture of kind of a weird populism. Wait a minute. We don't have, and there is no such thing as the American way of doing things. You know how it is? That sounds like a bunch of white people. Do you remember who started the truther thing? Not truther. What am I saying? Excuse me. Birther. Pardon me. Birther. Do you remember who did that? Remember who did this? Do you remember who did this? Who? Who did it? Who did it? Who started this? Who started this? And by the way, while you think about this, did you see what I heard the other day? I heard today about Lou Dobbs going on Lindell TV or something like that. Did you see that one? Did you see that news? I saw this. It said Lou Dobbs says, he's using words like the Marxist Dems. Please stop it. Here we go. Lou Dobbs, join us tonight. It's up on Lindell TV. I think Lou Dobbs is back. Yep, Mike Lindell's team will join Turning Point USA. Whatever. By the way, why is Lou Dobbs an important person? Why? Lou Dobbs was talking about the borders before anybody was. Lou Dobbs was talking about sovereignty and the North American Union and the Amero before anybody. Trans-Texas Corridor, all that. Lou Dobbs was critical. And the fact that he's there is even more critical. Did you know that? Did you know that? Of course you knew that. Well, that's why it's important for me to tell you right now, which was so important. And I bring this up. That's not it. Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'll do this instead. This is My Patriot Supply. This is preparewithlionel.com. That's what this is. Hell, we'll do it in no particular order. I can't tell you how much. There are things in my life that I believe in. Look at this. Look at this. Go to preparewithlionel.com. This is the 4. They have a special deal right now. But look at this. These are the 6 buckets you get. Look at this. Try yourself to come up with this on your own by having granulated, whatever it is that you have, these granulated things. Well, we've got some banana chips. That's good. Here's the actual ad in its entirety. They can't handle the truth, but you can. The truth is the clowns running this joint live for chaos. And many of our problems could be solved overnight, but they let them be. Destruction fuels them. If you can handle that truth, you need to visit my website, preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com. You'll get $60 off a much-needed 4-week emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. The country's largest preparedness company, My Patriot Supply, is your fighting chance at survival. Sealed inside rugged packaging, these delicious meals last up to 25 years and provide over 2,000 calories a day. Think about that. Eat right in emergencies with this 4-week food kit from My Patriot Supplies. At this low price, you can get one for everyone in your family. Visit preparewithlionel.com. Write this down. Commit it to memory. Preparewithlionel.com. Order by 3 p.m. for free same-day shipping. Prepare right now at preparewithlionel.com. One more time. Preparewithlionel.com before total chaos ensues. Anybody follow? There we go. Anybody following the? Let me get rid of this. Anybody? Hang on a minute. Let me get. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Let me go back. There we go. Anybody been following the German farmers? See, that's an incredible coverage. Anybody covering that here? No. When I talk about food insecurity, this is we've been talking about this forever. We are talking about the wrong stuff to voters. I'm going to stick right back on because it's this Katt Williams thing. I would go to African American voters and say, there is you want to talk about genocide? Let me tell you the genocide that's going on right now. Let me tell you the genocide that's going on right now. And it's by design. And I'm not talking about Gaza. I'm not talking any place else. I'm talking about you. In the urban, I can't speak about others, but in the African American community, the obesity rates are through the roof. It's not even normal. Diabetes, hypertension, blindness, renal failure, heart attacks, amputations, there is a design. People, many of you, especially during the whole COVID thing, says, it's nanotechnology. They're coming after us. This is about depopulation. This is eugenics. Well, it's going on right now in the Black community. Look around. Today I had a thing coming back, had a meeting out at the airport, coming back. I'm driving through Queens, went through Woodhaven. Boy, you talk about the old days where the mob is. It's not Brooklyn. It's not the Bronx. This is where it was. This is the place. And I'm looking around here, and I'm looking at the food. Chicken at this, bodegas fast and fat. And I'm looking at, so where would somebody get natural food? I have no idea. Look at what's happening. I met the great Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory was talking about how there is an absolute targeted, almost a targeted desire to see Black folks just eliminated by virtue of the diet. It's horrible. So what are you gonna do about it? So these are things that, I mean, seriously, is anybody talking about that? No. Because this 13% or so of the population, this 20 whatever million, is just ignored. Taken for granted and ignored. Democrats do it, and Republicans don't even say anything. Oh, they may, they'll drag a few people out. Say, wave the flag. Okay, now beat it. Nobody goes after it. If I were Trump, I'd be all over this. I would sit there and say, what's going on here? They're coming after you. Your world, you are still forgotten. And even better, you are going to be replaced. You are going to be pushed out of the way. Talk about the replacement theory. They're making it out to be some kind of some racist thing. There is a goal on the part of the Democratic Party. Specifically this. And you can hear one. Did you hear one? I think from New York. She says, I need more people in my district for purposes of redistricting. She's saying this. And remember, you only take flack when you're over the target. They want to do a couple of things. They want to get rid of the filibuster. They want to pack the Supreme Court, and they want to make D.C. the 51st state. How do you do that? With people. Wake up. And by the way, Black America, once they get, we're not going to be, I say we, the non-Black person. You talk about replacement, they're not going to replace me. They're going to replace you. You got this thing all wrong. You had the right theory, but say, what happens to you? See, nobody's even touching them. I could just skim. Who's targeting? Nobody. Black folks in this country are ignored. Just ignore. Say, okay, just go do your thing and whatever. Don't make a mess. Don't make a mess. See exactly what's going on. And Latino today, oh dear God. Hardcore, hard-working, family, religious. I don't understand who's in charge of this. Do you understand? Am I making sense to you? Am I making sense? I just think I'm talking to myself. I just think I'm talking. Look at this stuff that you're saying. I have to remember, not only what people are writing is not necessarily indicative of what people later on are thinking. Thank God for that. Because I don't even look. I'm thinking to myself, I don't think they're even listening. They're not listening to what I'm saying. They're talking about food, about ribs. They're talking about ribs. But that's okay. What are you going to do? I don't know. Anyway, forget that. Keep talking. Keep talking. This place is going straight to hell. Okay? Big time. So let me go back and ask you this question. I never realized it. I'm kind of reviewing. I'm reading about last night's Golden Globes. Why is there such a proliferation of men wearing dresses in black movies? What is that about? I'm dead serious. Katt Williams talked about it. Why? What is this about? What is with this wearing a dress? Now, as we move on, dear friends, I don't even know what to tell you. Do you have a bead on Israel and Palestine? No. Are you following this? Where are you getting your information regarding Israel and Palestine? Are you interested in that? Maybe you're not. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're not. Where are you getting your interest? I know Sparky when we talk about this. Where are you getting your information? Do you see where CNN basically told one particular group that they had better that Israel said you had better clear the story with us before you put your whatever it is that you're perpetuating or propounding your story, clear it with us first. Get an okay. I couldn't believe what I'm saying. I couldn't believe it. Dick Bork says Telegram. Telegram is fantastic. How many folks use Telegram? Anybody? Anybody? Telegram is fantastic. YouTube has been terrific. I'll tell you who is so superb, it's not even funny. And I for whatever, Max Blumenthal and Aaron Mate. His father's a Gore Mate. Oh my God. Oh. Did you see this? Did you see what they're doing in Israel? Little kids singing about Gaza? Oh my God. I'm thinking to myself, this has got to be, this is Finkelstein and this is other people. This has got to be a joke. Did you see this? Did you see this? Where am I going to hear about this? Where am I going to hear about what's going on? And by the way, hear both sides. You can't hear just one side. Hear anybody you want. But it's the same thing. It's the same argument. And when I look at people and I realize 90% of the people that I know, I don't even talk. I don't even talk to them about this. They have no clue. None. I don't talk to any friends. I don't even go on. I just don't. This is not something that it's for an acquired taste because nobody's really paying attention about it. Believe me when I'm saying that. And I've got friends of mine who are, and I know for a fact, they're very devout and they're very good. They're very pro-Israel. And that's one. And by the way, this is not about, I've never heard anything before where I was called, you're just anti-Syrian. What? You're just, they tried to, you're just pro-Russian. You're just anti-Ukrainian. Anti-Ukrainian? What are you talking about? Never hear that from anybody else. During the troubles in the 70s, whatever, when Sinn Féin and Jerry Adams and McGinnis and others, did people say to you, oh, you're just anti-Catholic? The Catholics and the Protestants? Yeah, technically. Israel's the only thing where if you don't say the right thing, not only are you wrong, but you're an anti-Semite, anti-Zionist, and you're evil. It's like, wait a minute. I haven't said anything yet. That's it. And it's brilliant. I don't know if they try to sometimes if you say something, you say, well, you're just racist. What? This is when you're losing the argument. You call somebody else. Well, you're just transphobic. You're just whatever. Transphobic. What the hell are you talking about? Transphobic. I'm telling you right now, it is the story of the world has changed like you cannot believe. And watch what the UN does. And watch what they are. There are people left and right in the Biden administration who were saying, "What are you doing?" Biden didn't even know that Lloyd Austin was sick. Didn't even know. Didn't even care. And by the way, you should hear what Avigdor Lieberman and others are saying in Israel. There are people so pissed off at Bibi. People, Israelis who were the suicide rates going up. People have lost their jobs. People in Storot. Everything shut down. Businesses. They're living in hotels. These are Israelis. Not where is this going? You never hear about that. You don't hear. It is wild. Everything changed October the 7th, and they never saw it coming. And I realize sometimes when I talk to people, I'm just wasting my time. I don't think they get it. It's like me talking bluegrass with somebody. It's like, I don't. I kind of look the other. Yeah, I think, well, whatever. It's not that it's an acquired taste, but people don't know anything about it. People have no idea about the history, where this came from. What is, excuse me, the gravamen? What is the essence of the argument regarding Israel? What is it? And so many people I know are just clueless. They just don't know. They don't care. They don't have any sense of interest. None. I've never seen anything like it. This is huge. You know what it is when the one of the major Hamas negotiators, you kill him? You're theoretically worried about hostages, and you target the hostage negotiator with Hamas, and you kill him. That's not good. Have you heard about things called the Hannibal Doctrine? No, of course not. Of course not. Nobody knows anything because there are people who still can't figure out who Katt Williams is. And you expect them to go back, well, would you do a little bit of research? There's so much history to get kind of a basis of it, and then you build, No. Because when it comes to our country, we lost because of our critical thinking skills and whatever. We don't care. I was on today Redacted, a show with Natalie Morris, and we're talking about Epstein. I'm saying I've never seen anybody who don't really know anything about Epstein. They're asking the wrong questions. They're still asking the wrong questions. So I just realized that I am in, and I say this with all due respect because I respect these people, kind of a special ed class. Kids who are underperforming at their age, kids who need remedial help, kids who have to be taught in a different way, and kids who have additional needs that, forget microaggressions and trigger warnings, but that's what America is. America, you have to speak very slowly. You can only do very short little clips. And if you give them a story like, did you hear about that airplane where the door blew open? What's there to say about that? I'm against that. Did you see that? There's a show. I'll send you the YouTube. I don't want to see it. No, you got to see this. Did you see this? Did you see that judge in Las Vegas where that dude jumped on top of the thing and beat the hell out of her? Did you see that one? That's okay. I'm against that. I'll send it to you. No, don't send it to me. No, it's really something. Did you see that? What does America know? I don't know. And when it comes to elections, I was watching a documentary the other night because it's just about Dale Earnhardt. When Dale Earnhardt died, there was a part of America that just lost its rudder. And yet other people in America would say, I don't know who Dale Earnhardt. Who's Dale Earnhardt? Who's Dale Earnhardt? I don't know who he is. I said, well, do you want to know? No, not really. One of the biggest forms of music in this country that is the most, that has the most, I'll tell you where I put my money if I had to invest in something, is a Tejano and kind of a Tex-Mex Mexican. Oh my God. What? How do you spell that? I've never heard of that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's huge. I don't watch that. I told you I don't watch that. And if I don't watch it, it doesn't exist. In my goldfish bowl, we don't care about that. Yeah, but it's huge. Okay. This is where we are today. This is where we are. I got a whole we have 300 days to go for an election. And by the way, it's not America's fault. It's also Trump. I don't know what he's doing. I really don't know. So right now, spend just a little time. And I am telling you that all you have to do is turn this page of the YouTube and realize, oh my God, this story. I love when somebody calls out an industry and says, you're chosen. It's like the Oprah thing. It's like Oprah, Tyler Perry, Tom Hanks, Spielberg. They're just Barbara Streisand. They're just George Clooney. They're just chosen by our Illuminati, so to speak. DX Gypsy says Judge Joe Brown said Illuminati used unwitting Katt to knock down uppity black comedians few pegs. That's why the video has been allowed to go viral. I like that. You see, that's another one too. That's the, like, could very well be, that's the double. Like, well, the reason for this is this Katt Williams doesn't exist. He was allowed to say this. It's to so there's always a way to do. I mean, I can't disprove the hypothesis. But let me tell you something. I have thought so much about this, and I love finding out how there are. Here's one for you. There is a huge rift in the gay community. I've been researching this for a while, but they were very, very upset with the fact that the LGBT, the T part, was given all of the attention and not gay issues. Absolutely. That would have been perfect for Trump or somebody to at least address. I get 2% here, 5% here, 6% here. Next thing you know, I've won the election. You don't need everybody. Let me go to a group of people and say, I need your vote. African Americans, Latinos, whatever it is, I'm telling you right now, there are no black folks on this stage. Black, none. And you don't have to be black to understand your situation. But let me tell you something right now. Number one, if you believe in the sanctity of families, me. Number two, if you are against the dissolution of our borders, what amounts to sovereignty burglars, I'm your guy. Number three, if you hate the way our moral our fabric is just declining, where almost being straight is considered alien, vote for me. Whatever it is, that's the one. Nobody's talking about. If we're talking about the genocide that is occurring in the black community, talk to me. Your health is, you're eating yourself to death. You're killing yourself. And they know this. And you'd like to eat better, but maybe if there's something that your government can do, how we piss away money. We're sending money to Ukraine for what? How about having tax credits for opening up fresh fruits and vegetables, because it's your diet that's killing you. Diet, not exercise, your diet. Don't give me this stuff about, oh, you don't like meat. Stop it. I want somebody to say, you know what? I've never heard anybody even address this. Nobody's ever talked. They pay lip service. What's Nikki Haley doing? What does she have to offer? Nothing. The GOP is for elitist white people. I'm not in. They don't speak to me. And if they're not speaking to me, they sure as hell ain't speaking to the Katt Williams crowd. I don't know who they're talking about. I really don't. I don't know what are you talking about? Tell the black community, for example, or anybody, do you know how much the billions we have spent in a war That's none of our goddamn business. Do you know what we could do with that money here? You want to do something? Okay. It's so funny. People say, oh, that's socialism. After school program, school lunch programs, school breakfast, whatever the hell, whatever you want to call it. Here, I got no problem with that versus Ukraine. And it doesn't make it to Ukraine. It goes into the pockets of the military profiteers, the war profiteers. That's where it goes. It doesn't go to Ukraine. Do people know that? Of course not. And you've got these idiots, these meatballs. And by the way, you've got people like Rachel Maddow, who's, like I said, sounds like John McCain. Lindsey Graham, who just can't wait to get in there. And Nikki Haley. Look, we have 300 days until the election. I don't know what Trump's doing. I don't know where the message is. But I promise you, 5% here, 2% here, 3% here, I just won. Because I know who these people are. Where's Trump going to get new people? Where? Where? Where is Trump going to get new people? Where is he going to get people who are going to vote for him? Where? I say the Katt Williams crowd. They are so angry. There are people in this country of all colors, whatever, who are so angry and nobody speaks to them. That's exactly where I would go. And I would say everything that I'm saying, but direct it accordingly. And I promise you, if I sat down with Trump, he'd look at me like, mm-hmm. What do you think, Don Jr.? Oh, he's good. What do you think, Kimberly Guilfoyle? What about you? What do you think about you? You think he's able to do it? Hey, Hannity, do you want to admit? It's there is such a cluelessness. I swear to God, there is such a cluelessness. If I can't figure out who's speaking for me, how is the rest of the country going to say, that's my guy? What's Trump going to do for the rest of the country? You're smitten with him because you love him. You think he's great. You think he's terrific. Okay, fine. What does he do for the rest of the country? A lot of people think he's crazy. He's a nut. They think he's crazy. They think he's gone batshit crazy. They really do. They really do. I don't think so, but they do. So what is he talking about? I don't know. He keeps talking about, well, he's doing great in New Hampshire. The hell with New Hampshire? Let's talk about the general. How is he going to poach votes away from Gavin Newsom? How? What's he saying? What's his message? Nothing. Because you know what? You ready for this? They want him to lose. Everybody. Because Nikki Haley and the GOP, they're double agents. They're quislings. They don't want him to win. They like it just the way it is. They want to go to Congress, sit tight, and leave with $1 million from being a congressperson. That's what they want. They don't want him anywhere near it, and they are doing everything in their part. So they're paying lip service. What about that Marjorie Taylor Greene? Anybody see her? Huh? Anybody see her lately? What has she been up to? How about that stupid Boebert? Low rent trailer trash. What's that all about? Where is Ramos? Where is the voice and Vivek Ramaswamy? Oh, did you see that? Candace Owens says, I'm going to go stump with you. Oh, no, two fast talkers. Throw in Ben Shapiro just for fun. Nobody know what the hell you're talking about. This is where we are. The elite cool kids. You think that makes any, you think that? I know what you're thinking. Why do you bother? I don't know why I bother. I really don't. I don't know why I bother. I don't know why I bother. I mean, not with you, because I love you, but we'll just sit back and say, you know what the hell with it? Just vote. I'll write in my thing. And the hell with it. What am I going to do? I get all worked up. I talk about stuff. I get all worked up. And for reasons I'll never really understand, but we get worked up. Because I don't think Trump has any idea what the hell he's doing. I think he was knocked off his base. I think he's been so hurt. I think his head's kind of all over the place. And he's got such nincompoops like this Alina Habba, these other people hanging around him who just basically want to kiss his ass all day. And he wants to go to but he's doing great. He goes, I am doing great. Against fellow Republicans? Well, I hope so. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm talking about? You understand what I'm saying? No. You don't. I don't blame you. I've talked enough. I've said enough. I've said enough because you're tired. And I don't blame you. And you've had enough of this stuff. How you got enough on your plate? What's this election? It's not like you're going to be able to do anything about it. And here I am loading you up. Oh, he's getting me all upset again, talking about this and who the cat. Well, I don't know what these guys talking about. I just want to talk about ribs or maybe that plane where the door came open. That's nice. I don't blame you. That's easy stuff. That's kind of lighthearted. Like, what would you do if the plane came open? Remember, everybody thought those people got sucked out of the plane. Remember that? We heard you got sucked out of the plane. No. Why would you get sucked up? I don't know. People always just thought you did. Just like you thought that if the elevator fell, you could jump up right before it hits the ground, right? Of course. How about that judge getting beat up? That's pretty good. Yeah. You know what I watch sometimes for fun? You know, I'm serious. You know what I watch? Just to clear my head? Women getting arrested who scream and yell and get cuffed when all they were doing was pulled over for a speeding ticket and they just go crazy and they start screaming and yelling. That's the most soothing. It's so pleasant to see them arrested and taken off the street. Isn't that weird? Am I demented? I think I'm demented. I love this. That's what's interesting. I love bad cop cam. The best thing we ever had with those little cameras. The best thing ever. I love it. Then I like to listen to old wrestling interviews. Talk about Haku. Did you hear about that one? The Tongan Haku, the meanest wrestler, bit a man's nose off. You ever hear that story? Haku. Harley Race, pull the guy's out. He said, pull people's eyes out. Wonderful. Then you look at what happened to Ric Flair's mouth. What happened to Joe Walsh's mouth, or Stephen Stills, or Paul McCartney. Did you ever notice that? What happened to your mouth? What happened? What happened to your mouth? Oh, Jeff Bridges? What's that about? What the hell is that about? I think about this. This is how I relax. I think about these people because this stuff will drive you crazy. I mean, it'll drive you crazy because in less than a year, Gavin Newsom's going to be the president again. And there's not a goddamn thing you're going to be able to do about it. So why not just say, you know what? What the hell? Right? Huh? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So anyway, dear friends, DX Gypsy, hey, thank you so much. Flowing Brook, thank you. So that'd be a good thing for some kind of enuresis or some bladder problems. You know what's great? Anybody get a bladder infection? Aren't those good? I say, whoa. He says, I feel like I gotta go, but I don't. Yeah, but I feel like I gotta go, but you don't. I know, but I feel like it. Do you ever think about that? The feeling of pressure. I feel like I gotta go. That's a great thing. When you don't feel like you gotta go, then we got problems. We never talk about this. When you gotta go. Isn't that something? This thing that we talk about, when you gotta go. There's the most fascinating system that we have as humans, I think, is the elimination process. But you will never see, when it comes to peeing is like, I gotta pee. Anybody gotta pee? Why do women do this? Please tell me this. Why do women say, I have to go to would you want to go with me? What? I'm going to the ladies' room. Would you like to go with me? And do what? You know, no, I don't know. What am I going to go for? What is that all about? What is that all about? Why? Hey, Dave, yeah, listen, I'm going to go take a leak. You want to go with me? What? You want to go with me? For what? Just talk, chat? What? Why am I going to go with? Might be a while too. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Huh? I don't want to go there. No, come on, come with me. I don't want to go there. It's the weirdest thing I've ever. What's the matter with you? No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go pee. It won't be long. Come with me. What is that? Why do people do this? Oh, look at this. Here we go. Here's Veritas. He goes, wow, I just got here and you're discussing my urinary infection. Dear Lord. You know what's very good for that is cranberry juice. You know why cranberry juice is good? You know why? You know why cranberry juice is good for bladder infections, things like that? Why do you think it is? What does cranberry juice do? Now nobody's going to research this. So I'm going to put it. You're not going to say, "Oh, I have no idea." Why don't you look it up? I don't know. What does cranberry juice do? You ever hear that? Cranberry juice. Take cranberry juice. It's very good for you. What does it do? Oh, the hell with Vivek. Dandelion roots. Enjoy. No, come on. Tell me. You've heard this, right? What does it do? Vivek is a corporate shill. Wow. Bitterness pulls the infection. No. Suck when you got to get up and pee at 3:15 in the morning. Oh, yeah. You tell me about that. Antioxidant. Nope. What is with cranberry juice? What is so important? Changes the pH of the urine. Ta-da! That's the story behind it. Isn't that wonderful? Absolutely. Doesn't help the kidneys because anybody have kidney stones? Oh, man. I haven't had that one before, but oh, dear God. Dear God. Veritas says, I choose a bold Shiraz, dumb as I am. Nothing wrong with that. Listen, would you do me a favor? Stop talking about Vivek Ramaswamy. He's having fun. He's got all the money. He doesn't want to win. You know, it'd be funny if you say, hey, Vivek, you won. What? You won. I won. No, you won. Oh, shit. I don't want to win. No, you won, everybody. I don't want to win. Well, you won. You said you did. Yeah, but I was just kidding. I don't want to win. Yeah, you're going to go to the White House. You and your family. You ever seen the White House? You ever been in there? Oh, God. Most horrible place you've ever seen. It's horrible. It's like a bad museum, and you can't leave. You can't leave. You want to do that, Vivek? Huh? You want to go in there and stare there? Oh, you be the president. You can't leave. Let me say this again to you. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. You can't just go out. You can't go out. You can't enjoy yourself. You just, that's it. What's your point, Lionel? What's your point? For God's sakes, man. What the hell? What is your point? Get to the point. I love that. Thank you very much for that. Trump will be in office or there will be no election. That's my prediction. Oh, for the love of God. Hey, there's somebody from Sweden, Anders Thanos from Sweden, because in December, Santa Claus comes from the woods. In Sweden. You're rude, Dante. You're rude. What's your point? Look at this. Do you think he has been enjoying himself doing up to 10 events daily in Iowa right now? Well, do you? Who are we talking about? Vivek? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Do you think he's enjoying himself? Do you? God damn it. Do you think so? What's your point? What's your point, Don? Whoever the hell you are. If that's your name, Hot Pocket. I got your Hot Pocket right here. I got something hot for you to put in your pocket. You think he's having a good time? This poor guy, his whole life. Take out a piece of paper, write your name. V-I. All right, come on. Look at this. Well, I know you're making a total fool of yourself. For God's sakes, man, stop it. Stop it. What the hell's your point? Jesus God, it was Al Sanchez. What's your point? You're rude. Just get to the point. You owe me something here. I don't know what, but it's something, I think. Veritas says, my knowledge, limited as it is, suggests that Vivek is Swami of the Ramans caste. Ooh. Could be. He has no interest in being paid. And the first thing he does, if he walks into a room, you ever see Xi Jinping? Xi Jinping, he has no expression. It never changes. He doesn't smile. He's not upset. Scares shit out of you. And Putin? Lionel is losing his patience and is highly charged because of his fealty to this nation. Well, I think so. Thank you. My fealty, yes. My faith, absolutely. Hey, buddy, how many of his town halls have you listened to lately, huh, bub? Huh? Let me tell you something, young man. Hot Pocket. I'd rather lick a goddamn belt sander than listen to Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't care what he has to say, because he's not going to win. And he gets on my nerves. And he's weird. I don't really give a hot diddly damn what he says. How do you like that? Huh? What do you do about that? I don't want to hear your guy, Vivek. Especially now that Candace Owens is going to be going with him. Jesus Christ, I'd rather thumbtack by frenulum to particle board with a spork. What the hell are you talking about, buddy? Hey, Lionel, is COVID eating your brain? LOL? What the hell does that mean? By the way, nobody puts LOL. People have to respond to it. That's so goddamn lame. What's your point? You're rude. You're mean. And I love you. All right, my friend. I've had enough with you. Thank you so much. He is not my guy, fool. I am Trump. You are not Trump. You couldn't carry Trump's jock. Don't give me that. You love him. He's your boyfriend. And you know it's true. So don't give me this crap about this. You love him for some reason. Keep talking about every 5 minutes about a stupid Trump. What the hell are you talking about? For the love of God. All right. Look at this. No way is. I love it. No, hang on a minute. No way is Al Sanchez as rude as his cousin, Dirty Sanchez. All right, my friends, we've had enough of you. Have a great night. And listen, by the way, thank you so much, Veritas. You're a fine man, and I appreciate immensely your kindness. All right, dear friends. See you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. 8 a.m. I just don't be rude. And for God's sakes, get to the point. And don't forget this. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you.